certainly I think there is these networks of all kinds. They allow for broadening information and connecting and synchronizing all kinds of information, but there's no automaticity in it. I think it really requires that you do choose this, and that you say that, you know, I want to co-create this shift to unity consciousness, and some people will do that using these kind of media, and some will not. But every level stands on the levels that have been developed before, and that then also means that every step, the nature of the foundation created will facilitate the next step. And very much has to do with the extent of relevant information coming out, I think. And these networks, they are potentially valuable in this sense. At the same time as you realize, I think, that people are now getting, the Twitter is obviously a good example of this, that there is a tendency now for people not to go as deeply into materials and really get what it's about. And that's sort of almost like a negative side to it, that many things to understand where the cosmic plan and its various evolutionary waves, it's not difficult, but it does require an effort, and it does require a commitment to go into it and see what's there. Well, I think one basic thing is really to assimilate the Mayan calendar. The second thing is to have the intention to be part of co-creating the cosmic plan. The third thing is to find the means to do so. In other words, at this particular point in time, it's about finding the means, or be prepared to use the means for a transformation into unity consciousness. Well, becoming a co-creator, as I look upon it, is really about redesigning your inner landscape, primarily. Not primarily to do the alterations in the external world, but if there is a redesigning of our inner landscapes, that will eventually also be reflected in the external world. So part of it, I think, is globally synchronized events that are aligned with the various energy shifts in the Mayan calendar. So that when the new energy shifts are coming in, that we are redesigning our inner landscapes in such a way that they become in resonance with the cosmic plan. And right now, the beginning of the 7th day or the 8th wave is really one of creating balance between the genders. It's a wave of, it's a time when the male dominance is coming to an end, and meaning that it will also look a little bit differently how you approach this rebalancing based on what gender you yourself belong to. But it's all about sort of a re-emerging of the goddess or the female aspects of ourselves. So these kind of global events. There was one significant thing this summer, the conscious convergence that brought together people from all over the world. There are many other events like that people are participating and serve very good purposes. I tend to think that that it's stronger in the sense if these events are actually aligned with the shift points in the calendar, but that's not to sort of that doesn't take away from anything that people are doing at any other point in time, so to speak. Okay, so this is the 7th day of the 8th wave, and it all goes up to October 28, 2011, which is when all the waves of the Mayan calendar are fulfilled, you might say. And so after that follows the year 2012, and maybe a couple of more years when all of these shifts will sort of be landing in people. They will be absorbed, and they will be, it's not something that will happen dramatically at any point in time, like a day like that. What I'm talking about when I'm talking about these shift points is what happens on the level of the cosmos. In other words, how the energies are, the point of time when the energies are emitted, and then it rarely happens, especially not at this very high frequency as these energies are coming in, that they are landing in the people immediately. But in a case like this, the final energy, the 13th energy of this particular wave is now being established, and I expect that to sort of make a big difference. The fact that now that polarity is locked in position, which it hasn't been before. It has been wavering, as the name wave implies.
So what does that mean?
It means that, that we will be more firmly aware of the nature of the polarity that's established.
They're talking about shifting poles.
Yeah.
And this is also in the Mayan.
No, I don't believe it at all.
No?
I don't think any serious scientist says so.
Okay. So that
it's I'm only talking about polarities of consciousness.
Okay.
I think there's so many misleading talks out there where people are trying to make Mayan calendar into a physical thing. Pole shifts of the earth, the world coming to an end, galactic alignments, this or that. It's about us. It's not about these things. And that's why it's so important not to ask the question, what will happen? Because it's about us, and we're the ones to make it happen.